I see my group right now not understanding the importance of every day of showing up and being the best version of themselves. And this week, today, I addressed those things, very transparent of where we are right now. And I will take responsibility of that moving forward, not to change things, but to improve habits, is my hashtag for the rest of the time as we continue playing this year out. It is from top to bottom, and it's starting with Coy Love all the way down to the last person on our roster here. That's in every area. We've got to continue to improve habits, and it's little things of setting screens. It's our focus of what we're looking. It's our execution. It's our passes. It's all of those things that I expect our kids to correct as we move forward. Because for me, those things matter as we get into March. And, teams go through this. Like, that's part of it. But what you want to do is see some type of things that need to change from what you've been doing. And that's one of the things that I'm going to continue to focus on with this group, and getting a group to be locked in and focused on what we need to do this week. Another tough week. I think everybody has a tough stretch for to finish out the season, but you just want to make sure that you're prepared and doing those little things as you move into March.
Just going back to this past Saturday against Charlton, they kind of held you under your season average on the offensive end. Kind of what things were they throwing at you defensively that kind of, I guess, threw the offense out of rhythm a little bit?
Yeah, I think a couple of things. When you look at box scores, and I watched that film now. This is the fourth time actually watching it with our players today. I thought we did a good job of starting off aggressively, but as we went down, I think a lot of that stuff wasn't what Tarleton State did to us, it's what UTA did to themselves. And it was a number of things from us, from its box outs to not setting screens to not understanding, again, the extra pass, and then coming down, not being ready to defend. I talked about that all week last week, of being in a stance for, the whole possession matters. And we were not consistently. We were not as aggressive in our press that we have been in the past, because, like I talked about, that is an important piece of who we are, and we got to be able to turn people over to be able to get those extra possessions. But that's what led to us being able, to score 57 points. We missed a lot of chippies. We missed a lot of open shots. Like, those are self-inflicted. Like, that had nothing to do with what Tarleton State did. And I will say this: I felt like they had more sense of urgency at certain possessions and times that we did, and so it led to that. And so for me, as my staff and as a leader, like I said, I'm going to take responsibility for that. I'm going to set the tone that we don't have those type of showings. I can take losses if we play hard. Sometimes the ball just doesn't go in like that. But we've got to continue, whether we're at home or not. Being at home doesn't give you anything. And I was explaining that to them, like, hey, listen, everybody is going to give you your best shot, but what did we do? What we did not do? And those are some of the things that we focused on. We had some good moments at Tarleton, but the reality of it is that we've got to continue to focus on habits. It's going to be habits. You're going to hear me say habits all the time. I may put it all in my locker room. Habits.
Gotcha. So in the middle of a 3-game skid right now, you haven't had one of those all season long. What's your message been? How have you been stressing the importance of getting back to winning basketball games as you're in a pivotal stretch right now, getting ready to go into conference tournament?
Yeah, again, habits. We watched film to understand the things that we did not do well. It was not easy to watch. But, again, we walked in, and I met with my seniors. I met with my 5 seniors: Zoe Nelson, Aspen Thornton, Talia Clark, Coy Love, Avery Brittingham. And it starts with them. And it starts with, again, understanding what they need to do. And I found a message on Twitter the other day. I thought it was a really, really good post. And it talked about, are you conforming or are you transforming? And those things, and I asked them individually, what do you feel like you're doing? And if I agree with it, I agreed. If I didn't, I told them. And it does. As seniors have to move into into another realm of things. Underclassmen, that doesn't take away from them because they have next year to look forward to. They've got to continue to form good habits. And that's everyone. And I looked at myself to not conform, but to transform. And we in a 3-game skid. So what am I doing to transform, to be better, to bring the energy so they can respond to what I am expecting? And so that showed today in practice in the little things. If we didn't set the screen right or we didn't run the play right, we started it over until we did it correctly. And I want to see us do it correctly every single time. Because when we do those things, UTA is a very tough team to play against because of our versatility and the things that we do. When we don't do those things, we are a beatable team. And so I am transforming, and I have challenged my seniors to transform and not to conform.
Coming back home this week, you got 2 home games left. Still perfect record at home. Kind of a very formidable opponent, and Grand Canyon's coming in. Tell us about what you need from the crowd, like your fan engagement and everything, just so you want to make it as raucous and chaotic for them when they come in.
Listen, so this is real simple for me. You know, I think that looking at it all, we've played exceptionally well at home. Our fans that have come and supported us have been very supportive. Like, it's not a panic. We're still tied for second, even though we're sitting at third. We're still at the top of the league. You know, what other better time to come and watch top team in the country who now I think is probably sitting at, 23 straight wins, which is unbelievable. Molly and her program, got to give her credit and her team credit for that. You got to show up and show out. You know, I think that's great for teams in the area, high school teams, middle school teams who are not playing, come on out to see a really good basketball game, meet a friend, bring a friend. I think that's important too, to continue to keep doing for our players. And again, because we're in really good position to catch a really, really good game. So, you know, we'll continue to push that effort. You know, call, you know, text, email. If you need tickets, we'll take care of you. But our kids need a good crowd. I think it's going to be a really great game for women's basketball, to for everybody come out and support and watch that.